this was definitely worth the day one hype. Actually, this was worth the day -3 hype, to be very honest. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of EA College Football 25, and this brings back so much of what we have been asking EA for years. And for the first time, I can actually say that they did a really good job of bringing us back what we actually wanted. So, for those who don't know, EA College Football is exactly that. It's like Madden, but for college. You get to play with any of the real D1 teams. So you got your Big Ten, you got the MAC, the SEC, the Pac-12 that really doesn't exist anymore. And you can go about this. A couple different things you can do. They still got the Ultimate Team, which I'm not a really big fan on, but it's kind of like a creative team with players who are currently in college, and you basically using them to kind of draft together a team and make a super team. But I don't necessarily like it because it is kind of like a pay-to-win type situation. So if you like it, cool. If not, that's well, I don't like it either. But what has been catching my attention a lot is two modes in particular. One of which being the Road to Glory, which is you playing as a freshman coming into college. You get to go to any school in the country, depending on your position, because you have linebacker, tight end, cornerback, halfback, and quarterback, and wide receiver. That you can play for any of those positions, and you can actually choose how you start off. You can start off a little bit harder, being an underdog, which is like a two-star recruit. Your overall 67, and you're trying to work your way up the depth chart. Or you can come in as an elite, which is a 5-star recruit. There's a chance you still might not start right out the gate, but you have a high chance of starting. You won't be as low on the totem pole when trying to fight your way up in the bench. So while you're doing that, you still have to go about doing your daily duties as a student. You still have to go to class, you still have to study, you still got to keep your GPA up. Fall below 2.0, you're out. You fall below you got to keep up that grade. You also got the exams that you got to follow. Fail the exams, get put on academic probation. Fall below 2.0, they kick you out.
So, question:
yes.
When you're going through the campaign and you got to worry about your academics, is it like a Persona thing where there's just like multiple choice questions and you got to get those right and those will tank your GPA, or?
No,
I
wish it
was gotta
like
pay
that,
attention. Is it actual real life sessions?
Actual college courses.
That's
No.
actual electives.
Like, yeah, man, what are you doing? So I'm playing EA. Why do you got a calculus book? I got class.
No, that reminds me of a fucking Instagram reel I saw today. It was just that. She's like, "Come on, babe, I thought you were gonna be playing the game." I am, but the coach is gonna take me off the team if I don't pass this test. I'm like, yeah, it's got real.
Yeah, I wish it was like that, but no, it's honestly like, okay, you get so many activity. Well, it's called activity points throughout the week, and you use that to go about doing what you want to do. You can build up your leadership, build up your academics, build up your like your skills. Like you could like extra practice to build up your skills. Build up your, I think it's your leadership, and the other one's build up your, which is also new, is your fan base, like your brand, because you can now actually have a brand. So within recent years, a lot of students were not able to make money off of their name in college. Since that's changed, they implemented that in the game. There's no actual brands, like you're not having Nike or Adidas that up and ask you, at least not yet that I've noticed. But you do actually have a brand that you can work on outside of school. You also got the games to go through, work your way up the depth chart, and trying to combat with the people further ahead of you to take their starting spots. And that's just a Road to Glory. The other mode that is really fun, which is another deep dive, is Dynasty mode, which is you make a coach, or you can play as a current coach for a team, and your goal is to make this team, build this team up, get into a championship, and make a dynasty. So you also go through the recruiting process. You're talking to students around the country, so transfer students, so freshmen, and you're trying to get them enrolled into your school. So you got to talk to them. Sitting stuff, trying to talk to their family, figure out what they like, pitch to them, and you're trying to get them scholarship.
You're
trying
a
to
college recruiter?
Yes, you are a straight up college recruiter. And then some players, just like real life, some of them only care about the sports. Other ones care about the academics. So you're like, I don't care how good the sports thing is, as long as you actually have a smart school, I'm there for it. So there's a lot behind the scenes with it, and honestly, the game is fun. It is frustrating to a point because the game, if you're playing Madden, you're not used to playing this, because Madden is a little bit slower, it's methodical. You know how to set up. You don't really see too many hurry ups in Madden. And this one, no, right out the gate, teams, it's a hurry up mentality. You got the spread no huddle. You have the pistol. You got the which is another one that you don't really see too often in pro. You got the Wildcat, which is another one you rarely ever see in pro. So this is a whole new type of game with a familiar mechanic. And honestly, my personal opinion, sports simulator game of the year. That's my opinion.
I
think it'll take it. Yeah.
I guarantee you. Also, a lot of times you're talking, it's like imagine you're playing a game, you get a text from your coach, it's just.
You actually, so here's the thing, you do, after playing the Road to Glory, you do get messages. You get messages from your academic advisor saying, hey, you're stepping in class. You know, you need to do some extra credit. Hey, we know we're putting you on academic probation. Hey, we're letting you know you got exams coming up. You even got some bad decisions you can go about doing, which will help increase your brand. You be like, hey, you know, I can cut class and go to this party. Or, hey, you know, I just found the answer to the exam on the online, and we can just use that to get the answers from it. So I haven't done the bad decisions because I'm only a freshman and I don't want to get kicked off the team. But there's a lot of different things you can do. So yes, you will get a text from your coach telling you, hey, you have extra practice. Stay back after school. So it's worth it.
You know what? Fair enough.
I have nothing to ask because I don't play these games. I'm expecting Brendan to follow through.
Yeah. I'm definitely really happy about that. Like just seeing, like the glitches have been hilarious as shit. But
oh yeah,
I am really happy to see that this game has popped off the way that it has. Like this is I used to really love playing this game back in the day, like with my older brother. Like this is probably one of the games that really did bond over. So I'm just very happy to see that this is now becoming a thing. This is becoming.
And another thing that EA, it's something they brought back. So if you played the old ones, if you used to play, like, for example, NCAA 14 and you played Madden 14, the Dynasty class that you had that graduated, it entered the draft. And you could take that draft class into Madden. They brought that back. Madden 25, your Dynasty class that graduated, those rookies can now be in the draft for 2025. And your Road to Glory player, after they graduate high school, after they graduate college, you can pick them up in the in Franchise 1. Going over into Madden 25, wherever it's called. So you'll be able to still continue your journey with your player from freshman in college to Hall of Fame in the NFL. So kudos, they broke the bank with this one.
Honestly, we're so fucking back. Like again, I'm really fucking happy. Not only for, definitely hugely happy for you, Alante, but I'm also really happy for a lot of the college football fans because it's been too long. Y'all been fucking torched for good football content for a good while.
Why do you think that college football 25 is so good versus Madden? Like, is it because Madden has just been taking advantage of the fan base and just it's become a hollow shell of what it used to be, and this one just has more love and care noticeably put into it?
I'd say
kinda, but I also would say it's because the culture behind college football is a lot different than NFL. Because the thing is, like, okay, in the NFL, you got, you know, you're part of, you love the team because, you know, you got your favorite player or you're from that city. Some of these people, hey, I played on this field when I was back in college 20 years ago. I played for this team. I know what it's like to be down there on that field. The culture behind this one for a lot of people, it goes a lot deeper than the NFL. So I think that's a big reason as to why that, this one's so much better. It's because people can relate to this one a bit more than they can into Madden. Because they can actually say, I walked these fields.
People
I walked these
been to
forms.
college.
I know how this feels.
I went to college. Okay, cool. Is there any like stuff coming down the road, like a roadmap for content or something throughout the rest of the year, or is it pretty much launched as strong as it's going to be for the year?
Right now, the launch is as strong as it's going to be. If there's anything else that might end up coming further down the road, again, it's going to be Ultimate Team, and then as we get closer and closer to the actual start of the NFL season, which is actually going to be coming up in about 2-ish months, we're probably going to get some more stuff when they're going to start integrating more things from this into Madden 25. So we might have something else new. But as it currently stands, they're still riding the wave of EA College 25.
Okay. Do you think that this, and also the last question here, do you think that this is going to be a biannual franchise entry, or do you think they're going to go like 26-27 and keep going the college football route?
I think they're going to keep this up. The fact that they got it back and they worked out a deal with the NCAA, I think they're going to keep this up because this game had this game had basically $1 million. I mean, 1 million players before the game's official release.
People have been
Yeah,
waiting
that's
for
the first
years for
I've
this to
ever
come
seen
back.
that.
Yeah.
That's the first I've ever seen that happen.
So I actually, because I've been to pick the game up in store, you don't understand how long it's been since I actually seen a line, especially in the neighborhood I'm in, which is predominantly black neighborhood.
Yeah.
Where you actually see a line of people waiting to come in and say, "Hey."
Oh, people are picking it up in the morning.
Yes.
Or pre-orders. Okay.
So,
gotcha.
yeah, people are actually physically picking this game up. People want this game physically. So that's
cool.
sink in.
That's really cool to think about.
Honestly, like things are going back to normal. Like fucking the community is pre-ordering and lining up and getting games if they really want to play it. Like we're slowly getting back to the normal, which actually happens.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, like Alante said, that just goes to show how big of a deal and how hyped people have been for this. Because like,
It's a massive deal.
yeah, because even with like the last Madden, people were coming in for it, but like people weren't like lined up in the morning for it.
Oh hell no! Like yeah, those are people that are like, all right, well, I'm gonna grab it on my way home from work before I get.
Now people were like, I skipped work to get this game.
I straight up, okay, so I was at work when the game came out. I said, okay, I'm taking my lunch early, and went down to go pick it up, the game so I can make sure I had it because I was scared that the game was still out.
That's
and
funny.
I'm happy I did because I did call back up there later on, and the game physically sold out.
Lamau.
That's crazy.